Hey everyone, Jacquie Somerville here, and welcome to this week's broadcast of Jacquie Straight Up. So glad you could join me here today, and I have a big question for you. How good are you at being you? Do you? Are you going through life being truly truthful to who you really are? Or you're trying to fit into some kind of a mold or fit into whatever you perceive you ought to fit into? That is a big question, I know, but it is really, really an important one, and here's why. When you are truly truthful to you, everything starts to fall into place in your life. You start to attract what it is that you really want. You start to attract love. You start to attract money. Your life starts to fall into place when you get really, really good at being you, unapologetically so. So what I'm going to challenge you to do today is to spend a little time quietly alone, really going inward and really thinking about who you really are, what really truly floats your boat. Are you being true to that, or are you trying to fit into a mold that's not really you? That's a big, big question, but I promise you that when you decide to be unapologetically you, things will start to fall into place in your life. And this video was inspired by my run yesterday down on the beach, because I was running past all these amazingly interesting people. They were running towards me or cycling towards me or whatever. And there were guys in really short shorts with nothing else on. They could care less what they were wearing because it was all about sprinting and training for them. There was an old dude with long flowing gray hair and a long flowing gray beard on a bicycle coming up towards me. There was a young father on his razor scooter with his two kids on their razor scooters just zooming along the path. There were all sorts of eccentric and interesting people really being true to themselves without a care about what others thought about them. And I thought, how refreshing. And for a moment, I imagined a homogeneous world where everybody looked the same. Everyone was dressed all perfectly and, got the fashion police stamp of approval, and everybody behaved in a perfect way. And I thought, what a boring world, and what a boring seawall it would have been for me in that moment. Instead, it was just such a joy to see all these unique and interesting people being true to themselves without a care in the world of what anybody thought of them. And guess what? They were having fun. They were happy. They were being real. So that's what I really want you to tune in today. Be real. Be true to you. At the end of the day, the only thing you're going to regret is what you didn't do, who you didn't become. So now is the time to be true to you. All the people that, when they've done these studies that show what people regret on their deathbed, it's always the things they did not do. It's the fact that they actually were trying to fit into some mold. They didn't follow their own dreams. They lived somebody else's perception of life. Don't let that be you. Start to be true to you, no matter how crazy that seems to everybody else. Things will fall into place when you do. That's my message for you today. Hope you've enjoyed it. If you have, please click the like button. Please share it with others. Let's get everybody on this path to true authenticity. And I would love it if you'd leave me a comment. Let me know what you're going to do that's maybe a little bit more real for you and true for you that you've not been doing. I'd love to hear from you. So leave me a comment below the video, and I'll see you next time for another episode of Jacquie Straight Up Bye.